And we're back. So, what I want to do is I want to kind of go over the deep sea treasure event and how that goes. So let's jump into that and let's learn about uh, what you have to do to get this. So let's look first. Here's your exchange, okay? You can get so you can get enough to summon her and collect shards, okay? And then you can oh, it won't let me open that one. Okay, but then you can get these other things alongside that. I mean, obviously, this stuff is all secondary, and I wouldn't suggest going after these unless you have no chance of getting the shards. And then you could look at getting to something else. But the main goal is to get the shards for Naia. Then from there, you can recharge. So what I went and did is I spent $1 and I went and got one of the the $1 deep sea treasure packs, and then I used up to 200 wishes, which I went clear up to 70. Now the only reason why I did it that way was because there's a consumption event going on right now, so me losing gems wasn't that big of a deal. And then you can collect 2 million resources, super easy. So those are all really good options. It shows that I'm live, but now I'm confused. Apologies for the technical issues here. Oh, there we go. That is what I'm looking for. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so then you can collect the 2 million resources super easy. It shouldn't take more than 2 or 3 hours. And then you can kill 200 monsters. Now, if you're willing to random port around, it's really fast. Just kill like 30 at a time. Just go around, kill them 30, and then port again, and 30 or more. You'll be done with 200 in no time. Plus, killing monsters is really good for your lord anyways. So, yeah, I really suggest that. So we're going to break these all down, and we're going to see how close we get. I know most people threw just a hundy down on a big pack, and were able to get her. Other people weren't so lucky. But what you can do is we can go and look at the event pack, and so many events going on right now. Stop it. Oh, I'll just click there. So a lot of people just bought this pack and were able to summon her without an issue. But I'm hoping that that's not the case. What I did end up getting was 2 sets of... Why won't it just let me go to the store? Here. I did get 2 sets of this. So, deep sea mystery chests. So I got 400 from the store. Just so that we have a... Just so we have a clear understanding that this wasn't all done with for free. There is some where you can spend, I think it was like 1,000 gems to get some, and that was pretty easy. Alright. Okay, so these are optional. I don't want to use those yet. Alright, so these are mystery. Okay, so let's see how close we got here. Alright. Well, here's the big one. This is what we're... Yeah, I was just on my KVK one. It was so boring that I moved on to this. Okay, so you get some multipliers when you do lots of them at a time. So building up multipliers might be the key here. Okay, so this is for 1. This must be for a pure summons. Oh. That was your first KVK? Oh, that was your first Kingdom? Jeez. This Kingdom has been boring as all get out. Okay, so I need... Wow, I need quite a few of these. Shard 1. Still need quite a few of these. So it appears that if I was to do this, I would need to get at least... I would need at least 2 more of these random chests of these ones. So it looks like possibly we may get... You may need to spend minimum of at least 80 to get to her. So that's unfortunate. The nice thing is you do have these $5 and $1 packs. Well, this one's limited to 1, where you can actually get to choose. So because I'm not close yet, I'm not gonna see, but I'm not gonna choose out of these because I might need that just to finish it off. But yeah, the key is so I don't want to push exchange because I don't want to accidentally exchange it. I'd hope that it has a multi-exchange thing, but I don't want to test that. But here's the reason why. We're going to see a lot of her in our near future. Let's kind of break her down. So she peaks at 70% increase to attack and defense. So that's already huge, right? Then you look at it summons, this is its special ability. It summons 1 or 2 sirens when spearmen attack. So that's going to be based upon your battle prestige, and you're going to have a percentage chance of that happening. Okay, so what do these sirens do? Each deals additional damage that is 40% of the damage dealt by spearmen. So one thing that we first need to clarify, what is additional damage? Additional damage is damage that's additional to the damage that you've already done. So you're going to take the 100% of the damage that you've already done, and you're going to take 40% of that and apply that damage again to the troops in the battle. So as you can see, that can be huge, especially if you're playing around with huge stats. So Gideon has something very similar to this, where it goes up to about 35% additional damage. So you can think that you not only can get that one Gideon additional damage, but you could possibly even get 2. So, there's more to this. You have, at max, a 40.5% chance to summon a second siren. And as everyone knows, in a rally, these odds go way up because you have multiple chances of that second summoning happening. Okay, from there, it also puts in another additional thing in there. If a siren deals damage to cavalry units, that damage will be doubled. So the siren does additional damage. So I don't want people to get confused that you're going to get all of the damage doubled to the cavalry. Just the damage that the siren does, which is the 40% of the total damage. So each one could possibly do 80 additional damage to cavalry. So this is a pretty much saying, cavalry, you lose. I don't care if you have Mulan or not. If this activates, if it activates twice against cavalry, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to get away with beating Naia. That's for certain. Now, in addition to this, she's gold, so all of the skills and everything are going to be at a higher rate than all the orange, purple, and we don't even have the other color anymore. So this hero is going to be bonkers to go up against. It has there's just not a lot that you can do to deal with with her and Gideon together. That's just absurd. And then even if you don't want to do it that way, you could run it with Bij, you could run it with Jansen. Any of those combos, I'm sure it's going to be just absolutely nuts. The issue that I have with this is it's cementing the meta that we're currently in. We're in a very strong infantry heavy meta, and Mulan was helping adapt that a little bit, turning it into more of a new kind of play. But this is kind of counteracted that. So instead of moving the game into a more diverse setting, it's just kind of cemented the, hey, infantry is the dominant force, and anybody else that doesn't play infantry is playing from the outside trying to get in. So that's my issue with her. Otherwise, I think that she's a beautifully drawn, animated character. I think her skills and everything are very interesting and really unique and fun. Hopefully that as time goes on and people obtain more and they put out more heroes, we'll be able to see more heroes like this kind of even each other out. But currently this is where we're at. And then one last kind of thing that has been bothering me a little bit about her and just kind of the direction is this is a huge boon to the pay gap. And what I mean by the pay gap is the ability to play depending on how much money you spend. So most players want to be light spenders. They don't want to spend a ton of money on there. They don't want to drop hundreds, and they make up a majority of the game. And it's important to maintain a balance between the players that spend a little or nothing at all, being able to feel like they're a part of the game without being run out by the spenders. And the spenders need the light spenders and the non-spenders to actually have someone to have a reason to beat. So it's a whole thing of economics. It's a whole thing of social just tendencies, and also just kind of everybody wants their own thing. I want to be able to compete versus players that spend quite a lot, and sometimes Rise of Kings has made that difficult, but it all can balance out. We'll just have to wait and see what gets released and see how things go forward. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be just cementing what we already know right now, and that is that infantry is king. It is going to be here to stay for the foreseeable future. Well, I will update you guys once I'm able to get more of these, what are these called? Something, conch shards? And hopefully we can get this top exchange and get her in the game, and then you can see more of that from me and we can test her out together. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you guys later.